We had a lot of fun, a lot of, action right around the country, and we brought you the game yesterday from Goni Stadium where Moors lost a second game in a row. 2-0 to Pure Platinum Play FC Platinum. Right, to help us look ahead at this mother of all battles, let's say hello. They were here with me yesterday. They are back with me again today. Let's say hello first to the man from Real Madrid. We call him Ginola. Let's say hello to William Tingwa. Yes, Ginola. I keep rubbing it in. 4-0 per PSG. I wasn't supposed to say that. But anyway, Ginola, welcome to the show.
Yeah, you're going to pay CNN. And somebody's going to pay for that this coming season. Remember, we have a new coach in Xabi Alonso. But anyway, let's stick to what we are here for. Mavida, we are taking on Iboso at Rufaro Stadium. Don't know whether to call it Rufaro Stadium or not Chemanza Stadium because the state of the pitch, it's pathetic.
That's right. The pitch quite bad there. But Ginola saying that I will pay for it. I will pay for it. In the but Real Madrid yakarowaga ne PSG 4-0 and the PSG yakazorowa chele 3-0. Ah, well. Right, sitting alongside Ginola is our very good friend, a very good colleague, but nowadays things are not going well. He had also asked to be excused from coming, but no, the producer said, no, you got to come. So he is here. Ladies and gentlemen, let's say hello to hurting Chief Justice Majavi. Chief, we are here. We are here. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Legend. With the heavy heart, after yesterday. Yeah, no, it's fine. No, today we are focusing on Scotland versus Highlanders. Yeah. I think they had a very good game in the first round. Mm-hmm. I was there in Blawayo with the Highlanders starting very well. And also Scotland in the second half, they did very well, especially the last 10 minutes. But I see today is another good game. With the weather, I think there is going to be something at Rufaro there.
Yep. Yeah. Right. Okay. Just a recap of what happened yesterday. Some of the games. We know that FC Platinum, that's the game that we gave you. We'll be giving you some highlights pretty soon. The students doing well, going to Sakuva Stadium and beating Manica Diamonds by 1-0. Dynamos, of course, losing at Wazanai Stadium to Simba Bora, who maintained their top standing. And Chicken Inn, brewing a shocker against high-flying ZPC Kariba, winning 1-0. Caps United 0 till 1-0. Those are some of the games that were played yesterday. And of course, Yada doing well. They won against a Triangle. And Kwekwe United losing again. Things looking bad for Kwekwe United. Boys Zenaro, Green Fuel, beating Bikita Minerals, the Lithium Boys, by 2-0. But it was at Ngoni Stadium where we gave you the match of former leaders, Moors, of course, going down to Pure Platinum Play, FC Platinum. And I think most of the most supporters, if not all of them, will agree that they lost all the chances in the first half. They could have buried FC Platinum earlier on. But let's see if we can relive those highlights from yesterday from Goni Stadium, where of course, Moors fell to FC Platinum by 2-0.
Welcome to Ngoni Stadium, where football magic unfolds. Today we gather to witness a thrilling encounter between league leaders, 10 challengers, Moors, and the 4-time champions FC Platinum. The last time these two titles, here they come now. Okay, the final redemption. Solid FC Platinum there. Just Piri, Maroa, goal and an assist. Beauty.
Dangerous cross into the box, and you always want to have someone who knows what they do when a boy is put in that situation. What a beautiful cross. Exceptional.
Right, you saw that do you call it a somersault from Precious Piri after he scored. Very, very jubilant there. So the goals came in, if you want to see them again, a looping header from Davison Maroa. Well worked there. And there was Davison Maroa. That was the second one from Precious Piri. But yes, you can get it. That was the second one. And Ginola, 2 goals really with this one. That's the first one from Davison Maroa, correct? Looping header. And then the somersault. And Ginola, well, they're very jubilant.
Yes, Davison Maroa, if you look at the first goal, some people were saying that it was a fluke. But a closer look, you see that Davidson knew exactly what he was doing with that uncharacteristic looping header over the goalkeeper, who was trying to follow the flight of the ball and trying to cover his near post. Then it was headed back to the far post. I think that was unstoppable. And for the second half, it was Davison Maroa again involved with that inch-perfect cross that found Precious Piri, and Precious Piri tiptoed in and noticed and just poked the ball into the back of the net, giving Francis Tiza in goals for Moors with absolutely no chance at all. Those were 2 good goals by FC Platinum.
Right. The second goal, Chief Justice, well worked.
Yeah, it's a precious goal.
Yeah.
I think it
Precious
was,
goal.
Yeah, it's a precious goal. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Davison.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Davison is a lobbing header.
That's the first one.
Yeah, that's the first goal. Yeah, I think it was his day, Maroa. He also to assist the second goal from the first beautiful goal, you know, and the later one a beautiful cross for Precious, and that was really good. Look at the cross, and also Precious coming first before the defender. It's a precious goal for him. I think it's a well deserved for Platinum. They did very well, and they are a very disciplined team. And of course, Moz is losing it out. I don't know what is getting into them. 2 consecutive. If you are going for the championship, it's not really impressive.
Right.
Yeah, it's not really impressive.
Okay, right. But today, Kumbiles, right, and their rivals, always in grand style. First, it was Maviravira, Scotland, arriving then late. Oh, as we see, before we give you the teams, the fans. Yes, we are at the 10 styles as well, as the fans are arriving in grand style. I see they are warm and cozy, aren't they? Yes, these are the pictures as the fans arrive. Yes, our crew there. And of course, you will see the Highlanders fans there. Yiboso. Let's see. And Maviravira as well. The fans are coming in their numbers. And Chief Justice, it's always a carnival atmosphere, isn't it? Nowadays, you know, Scotland and of course Highlanders.
Yeah, you know, it's becoming the biggest match in the country.
Of course.
Probably, you know, and I also like, you know, Scotland is pulling up the crowd. They've taken over probably from Dynamos.
Yeah.
Now, they are pulling up the crowd, and considering they are a new team, and they have just brought in some fans into the stadium. It's good for them. And also Islanders, they are coming into this game. They understand the magnitude of the game. In the first round, it was really a beautiful game at Baba Fields, and it was full capacity.
Yes.
Yeah, it was full capacity. So obviously they want to come, and today, you know, it's a Sunday, no other games. So people are just gonna have one match to watch, and of course they want to watch it live from Rufaro.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we got you. Don't worry, we got you covered at the BC TV here. Of course, we must say up the Sables. The Sables, Zimbabwe beat Namibia yesterday. We'll be talking about rugby later. But here, Maviravira first to arrive, flashing. The team that is led by Honorable Scott Sakupanya, and they are the Maviravira players. They just enjoying the feel. I'm sure feeling warm in that classy outfit and raring to go. Will they beat Highlanders? That's the big story. Well, they would want to emulate the Zimbabwe Sebulls who beat Namibia yesterday 30-28 and to qualify for the Rugby World Cup in Australia in 2027. Well done to the Zimbabwe Sebulls. Can Maviravira emulate the Sebulls, Shinola? That is the big question as we look at the dressing room for Maviravira.
Yeah, that's the big question, CNN, no doubt about it. I would want to agree with what Chief Justice said, that they've seem to have taken over Dynamos in terms of being a crowd puller. But the only thing they have not yet done is to convert all those followers to be behind them. The bulk of those who will be at the stadium, what I have noticed is maybe I would say 65% they will be against Scotland.
Yeah.
Yes, but they are pulling the crowds to the ground because of the heavily expensive side they assembled there, which is very, very good for our sport. I was also this is Highlanders arriving.
Yes. You'll hear the Highlander supporters going, Highlander, itimu yezwe lonke. I used to know that one. They are arriving, the Highlanders arriving in style at Rufaro Stadium. This surely is the mother of all battles. Chief Justice, the adversaries, of course, of Dynamos, now the chief adversaries of Scotland.
Yeah, you see, it's a good game and a big game for Scott and also for Highlanders. You know, they're coming here, you know, they've got history at Rufaro Stadium. They've been here for so many years, if you know, and of course now they are here with probably a changed squad, I would say, from the previous matches, and also for the ones which were used in the first round. I think it was more exciting, and it also gives other players chances for now. And the Highlanders is unpredictable. Sometimes they have a good game, sometimes they are down. But I think in this game it's gonna be a good game for them, because now they feel challenged, and of course with the new coaches there, and they will try by all means. I've seen Agent South, the assistant coach, they will try by all means to emulate Tondra and the Raya squad. And Tondra also, he came up with a different squad and approach. I think it's better for them, because if you are to use a different squad in almost every game, if things are not working well, you might find it difficult here and there. But I think it's possible, and a good game is expected in the chilly afternoon. And of course, you know, Scotland, when they start playing very well, it's going to be a difficult match for Highlanders. But I watched them, the games, the previous games. You can see they are not bad. They are not bad. Yeah, they are not bad. They've got some good young players, although they will miss out Mason. They'll miss out who's very key to them, especially midfield. And of course, I hope to see Chiweta doing his things. He's a tricky player. Mafios is a tricky player, very, very intelligent, and he has got an eye for the goal. And of course, the leader Mbeba, he does very well.
Maviravira, varukubakidza moto, warming up. Yes, that's Maviravira for you. And we look at the crowd there. Well, this was just a couple of minutes before they went to change in the dressing room and warming up. And Kelvin Shangiwa retaining the goalkeeper's jersey and forcing veteran Talbot Shumba on the bench. So Tondera stands on the Ryan now, just juggling the team around. There is Kelvin Shangiwa juggling the team around, Shinola, and it looks recently like paying dividends. He's not playing, like the hot superstars all at once. He's juggling it around, so it looks like it's paying off.
Yeah, I agree with you that it's paying off, because remember last week they recorded their first ever away win of this in the Premiership, and that's their first win out of Rufaro. All the other victories they had achieved this season, they came from Rufaro Stadium. And at Baobab Stadium, it was not easy. And those were two well-taken goals by Tokozi Semsebe. I watched the highlights of that match. Those were well-struck goals in the first half. And they were reduced to 10 men in the first half.
Yes.
And they fought for about 50 minutes or so, down with 10 men at Baobab. playing.
Peter Mudua had been
Yes,
sent off.
Peter, and so he will be missing today.
Yeah.
So they are also, like Chief Justice said, Highlanders will be missing Mason Mshore and Athan Diouf. Mason Mshore is a big blow to Highlanders, who is. I was expecting him to be one of the players on the calendar. Mason Mshore is a very good, technically, he's gifted. But Scotland are also missing Peter Mdua, a rock solid defender. They're also missing Kama Billiards. He's not even on the bench today. And Tondera Indira, trusting more players other than relying with those big stars. I think
Yes, Highlanders there,
Yes.
Ginola, sorry for butting in, just warming up as well. Highlanders, of course, missing Athan Lovu, defender, and Mason Mushore, utility player, exciting player, but they are both suspended. Chief Justice.
Yeah, it's we would say it's part of the game, but in such a game, you need them. You need them, and of course they have got nothing to do about it. And Mason, he has already knocked the door to the national team. He's a key member, and you see at Athan Lofu, he's been solid in defense. He did very well, and part of the season he's been very good with Mbeba there. So you might find it difficult for him because Machope needs someone to take care. You need someone who is very, very a little bit of aggressive and who is always a man-to-man marking. So Arthur is good in that, and of course maybe they've got enough to cover for that position.
Yes, it will be very interesting to see. We've got the lineups for you, and we'll be taking them a little bit later. But as always, we like to get you into the minds of the gaffers, the head coaches. What did they have to say? First, we talked to Stanza Tondera Indiraya of Maviravira, and then to try Ngube of Yiboso Iboso. Just listen what they had to say.
The game. We had gone for 4 games without winning. I think we had 2 draws, then 2 defeats. So that bad spell then led us into a very, very important victory last weekend when we won against Ngezi at the famous Baobab Stadium. So I think in terms of confidence, it really brought much confidence to the team. Of course, after winning, you get the confidence. But I must say, we are still in the process of recovering from that bad spell. It really had a huge negative effect on our players. They were slowly losing confidence. But I think the game last week, apart from the result, I thought the team really played well despite being a man down.
We have prepared very well for this encounter. We know it's not going to be easy game, but look, we are prepared to compete. We can't just come here and not compete. We are here to compete, and we are here to get maximum points. Pressure is always there. We can't run away from pressure. This is football. Football is a pressure game. We are under pressure to perform really, but hopefully today we can perform better like what we did last week. We are missing Mason Mshore and Athan Lovu through suspension, but we have got enough cover to replace them today.
Enough cover to replace Mason Mushore and Athan Lovu. That was trying Ngobe. First we heard from Stanza Tondera Indiraya. And then, yes, so you've heard what they've said, both have said. So, what do you think? Are you backing Maviravira or are you backing Iboso? Well, I'll leave you to it. We'll be getting the predictions pretty soon from these 2 experts here. Or maybe I can get them right now. Let me get them. Let me get the predictions. First, Ginola, prediction.
1-1.
Munhu weReal Madrid haachamboziva nekurohwa 4-0 nePSG mazoesa aringoti draw nezuro akati draw 1-1 nhasi akuti draw haachambonyatsoziva anyway. 1-1 says Ginola. Chief Justice.
I think a 2-0 for Scotland.
2-0 for Scotland. Boss. 2-0 Scotland. Well, let's see what will happen. 2-0. I'm going to go, well, I have to go the other way, isn't it? To balance it up. I'm going to go 2-0 Yiboso, so that these things do balance up, because 1-1, 2-0 Scotland. I'm going 2-0 Yiboso. But this is the mother of all battles, I'm telling you, because Scotland just have, come back to winning ways, and as you heard from Trying Nobede, they're coming to compete. Right, so sit back, relax. Yes, those little ones, keeping them warm and cozy. I said, if you don't, I'm coming for you, mommy. And even dad, it's your duty to keep them nice and warm and cozy. But we will be going to Rufaro Stadium. Yes, those are the players just warming up. Yeah, warming up, not yet ready. We won't be crossing there. You heard the predictions, and I don't know what you're thinking about, but I will tell you one man who's really geared up for this game. It's the director of Scotland. That's the Honorable Scott Sakupanya. Oh, he really loves that team. He was there with them at training on Friday, and yesterday they were training at the Hart Stadium, and he's really geared up for this one, and he wants to win. And it's always good when you get the directors of clubs really gearing up for this kind of situation. As we see we had a short day of the fans, and Chief Justice, wow, I love this. I won't be gunning for them, because they are keeping the little ones home and cozy. Chief Justice.
Warm. At least they have to enjoy the weekend. They're watching a good game today, and it's important. Yeah.
Yep, they are. Wow, yes, really enjoying this. Football. I think the game is beginning now to be good for the families to come through. And this is what we want, because this is why Pele called it the world's most beautiful game.
You took words out of my mouth. I was about to say this is the reason why Pele said this is the most beautiful game. And honestly, who would not love such a situation where maybe after church on a Sunday afternoon, or during weekend, during your off days at work, during your spare time, you come to the stadium with your family, with your kids and everybody, and enjoy the football. Like this season, football has been so exciting in the Premiership, the local Premiership, which is a good thing. And this is the reason why maybe you are seeing a lot of people coming to enjoy the game. So I'm also hoping that the refurbishment of the National Sports Stadium will be taken seriously, so that our national team can play at home, because fans are success-starved in Zimbabwe.
Yes, success-starved fans. Well, those ones, they'll be hoping for success, as Maviravira here, like you heard Chief Justice saying, they seem to have taken over from Dynamos as far as getting those fans, but they're still pulling them in. And, well, I would say the fan base for Maviravira is growing by the day, with each day. And if they keep churning out winning performances, you're going to get crowds really ululating and dancing. But on the other side of the coin, these, one of the giants of Zimbabwe football, Yiboso. And they've been waiting for a long time to win the league title. They last won it back in 2006. So, hey, that's a whopping 19 years, isn't it? 2006. Highlanders, that's the last time they won the league title. So, Chief Justice, the Highlanders fans would like to do something about this. Since 2006, eh?
Yeah, it's been a long time. And if you see these big teams, they are struggling a lot. They should start winning and get something out of it. And of course, by winning cups now, you see newcomers have been winning the titles, and it's very, very difficult for the big clubs. That's why they are losing it now, and the control is with the small club.
Oh yes, the teams are just walking onto the pitch. As you will recall, the last time at Emagumeni, it ended 1-1 after Highlanders had scored through Andrew Mbeba. And you saw a shot there of the Highlanders fans getting delirious. And in a short space of time, we will be geared up for the greatest anthem of them all. Of course, this is our country, and we are proud for this. And the Highlanders fans really getting really in an ecstatic mood. They don't care what's happening. They don't care whether they're at Trufaro or whether at Barberfields. Right, we are now crossing for the Zimbabwe national anthem.
The national anthem has been sung. We are expected. Welcome to the Faro Stadium, the ceremonial home of Zimbabwean football. And of course, today we have a thrilling encounter between Scotland, one of the younger teams in the league, and Highlanders, one of the oldest, most storied teams in Zimbabwean football. Scotland currently on third on the log, while Highlanders sit on eighth. The last time these two teams met, it ended in a 1-0 stalemate, with Scotland scoring a late equalizer to deny Highlanders the win. Will Scotland continue their impressive form, or will Highlanders' experience and history prevail? And we are ready to go. The man in the middle, going for the toss of the two captains. That is Andrew Mbeba, as well as Walter Msona. The man in the middle, Lawrence Zimondi. First assistant, Firei Nyikapiri. Second assistant, Ivan Chibata Berem. The fourth assistant, Pride Benura. While the match commissioner, Shobi Patu Chazo Munyai, will be your match officer for this afternoon. My name is Valentine Mapugu. Welcome to match day 21 of the Kasalaga Premier Soccer League. And with me is, of course, John Gunny. Joe, we are expectant. It promises to be an exciting game.
Yes, indeed, rightly so, Valentine. We're expecting a good game this afternoon. A game pitting two opponents that are coming from two respective ends. Highlanders being the old boys of local football, and Scotland are the new boys in town who have come in with the glitz, with the glamour, with the razzmatazz. But Highlanders, of course, coming in rich with tradition, rich with passion from their fans. We're expecting a good game this afternoon. Also, a sizable crowd that has come out here, braved the chilly weather, and definitely promising to be a good game of football this afternoon.
So welcome to the Matchbox. We've got a great atmosphere here at Rufaro Stadium. Scotland FC is looking sharp as we go through their lineup there. Kevin Shugiwa, Kevin Moyo, Kingsley Muremba, God knows Murira, Gareth Matake, Togosis Mseve, Terence Sukamanja, Walter Msona, the captain, Albert Manenji, Timon Machope, and Kuda Ike Myaba starts today this afternoon for Scotland. Wow, for Highlanders, the first 11, Reward Musa will be there in goals. So will be, that is in Velo Koza, Brian Blocher, Reason Sibanda, and Rumbeba will captain the side, as always and as usual. Never Rushu will look to get the goals. Darlington Mkuli will look to engineer them from the midfield. Lakmo Mutubi will be looking to bolster that defense, while Mafios Chiweta, the exciting young star so far for Highlanders, will be starting. We are expectant, as you can hear, the crowd cheering, and we are ready for action.
Indeed, the crowd is setting up the correct atmosphere. They are buzzing with anticipation. We hope to see a good game this afternoon. Notable absence for me in Scotland lineup is the poster boy, Kama Billiard.
Indeed, not a part of Matchday 21 squad for Scotland today. And of course, we certainly hope and trust that you will be having with us here as we welcome you. The crowd is cheering. Two teams with stories to tell meet on the pitch. Their skills to compel. Scotland, young and bold, takes on Highlanders with the history to unfold. The crowd will cheer on with voices loud and clear. The players will give their all with hearts that persevere. The ball will fly through the air with a rhythm and a beat. Only one, Joe, only one can win in this contest to repeat. Scotland, with speed and might, tries to outmaneuver Highlanders' defense this afternoon. But Highlanders FC, with experience and guile, will not go down without a fight that's worth their while. Joe, let's see what the match will bring to our side as these two teams clash with all their might. As we look at Lawrence Simoni looking to get us started here this afternoon. Matchday 21 as third meets eighth. Third being the home side, Scotland in blue today. And of course Highlanders in their traditional black and white as always. Risen to get us started here. And the referee Lawrence Simoni gets us underway, Joe. And of course it will be who will get first on the gear. Highlanders to start, Scotland to chase so far this afternoon. As the long one is looked forward, they'll twist and turn. Neat passes. Too eager there from Marvin Spanda. He really wants it. They're really feeling it. The crowd is behind them.
And for Highlanders, they'll be enjoying uninvited support from anyone in Harare who might not be Scotland, who will definitely be rooting for Highlanders. Highlanders fans have pleasant company from the neutrals who will be definitely rooting for Scotland.
Reward Musa starting goals for Highlanders, looping a low one forward. They have to watch the bounce. As you can see, the tap is not one you would really desire for the level of contest and the teams here. Trying the Highlanders gaffer with his assistants. Andrew Mbeba to dispatch the free kick given to Highlanders inside Scotland half. Clips a long one forward on the wing. Manenji does well to shield and win the ball for Scotland, but Mbeba to retrieve. Velokoza. Scotland yet to get the feel and touch of the game, yet to be in control. Mseve being harassed. The referee awards a free kick after a challenge on the new boy Kuda Ike Myaba. Matake having a more central role this afternoon. Poor pass coming through from Godnosom Rira, who was looking for his captain. Tondurai stands on Diraya. The men given the task to engineer a repeat of 1984 done by only Black Rhinos from the lower division to win the league. Scotland not too far away from the chasing pack as the defending champions Zimbabwe won against fading giants Dynamos yesterday by a goal to nil to cement their lead position. Machope, Manenji as well to Machope in the box. Tightly monitored, good defensive work from Highlanders. Scintillating touches, Albert Manenji feeling it. Mureremba, Sona trips along one forward, falls nonetheless. Beva to clear. Fast pace so far in this game. Ravuji. Here they come. Can they engineer something? Yeah. Sona. Deft touch and control. Kevin Moyo. Nomadic. Former Dynamos. Former FC Platinum. They'll push it back to keep the goalkeeper. Calvin Shangiwa gets to getting goals. Spoiled for talent is Tondurai Diraya. And I understand if you lose the game, the rotation of the keeper comes in.
Yes, it seems like it's a new concept that has been introduced in the local game, where if you concede a goal or if you lose a match as a goalkeeper, the coach will rotate you in their next fixture. Well, we wait to see if that's going to give any results. But if you lose a game, maybe it might not have been through your own undoing. You might have lost a game through other reasons, and then you are benched the next game. So I don't know how psychologically that can play out in the goalkeeper's mind. But we wait to see if that's going to be a positive or a negative move on the part of the coaches.
Scotland are playing it in their own half. Highlanders pressing high, looking to win possession as they keep control. Shangiwa. Highlanders will recollect. Velo. Manenji. So far he hasn't put a foot wrong. Kingsley Mremba. They call him Momo. Finds his captain. The captain with a poor pass. Walter Sona. Try and move it already up. That is the Highlanders gaffer. 5 minutes, Joe, have been played. Two teams still sizing up each other. No chances created in front of goal, but moments of touches and brilliance here and there.
Yes, the first 5 minutes have shown us that the two teams are intent on going up front and probably looking for an early lead in this game, which would definitely give you some measure of control in the game. So the two teams are not holding back. That's what we've seen in the first 5 minutes. They are going all out looking for a goal.
Already Lawrence Mondi, he needs to take charge of this. Tsukamanja being given a word. Foul there. Use of his hands. Walter and Tsukamanja. He has to listen to his captain. He is the only one who can confront the referee with anger at some point, but measured anger nonetheless.
Yes, indeed. That's one thing players need to be wary of, because right now, these days, if you are not the captain and you are charged at the referee, you are likely to risk yourself a card of either color. But at the end of the day, you need to be watching your temper. You need to watch your emotions. Let the coach engage the referee. Let the captain engage the referee.
Godnos Morira to restart here after a foul given by referee Lawrence Mondi. It's whipped inside the 18 area, but defended well by Highlanders. Moyo to retrieve, finds his captain. Sona. Moyo. Sona. Back to Moyo Kevin. Missing his used partner, Peter Mutua. He's given a red card and suspended. Matake. Manenji. Moyo, Manenji. The bumpy pitch, sometimes you can't complete those smooth passes. You look at that and you easily got pressed, but if it was, sliding through and cutting through the surface smoothly, it would have been easy pass for him and find the pass, but he was quickly closed down as he was trying to get the ball under control.
Yes, conditions may also have contributed to that, but I like the way Rizin Spanda pressed in on him, forcing him to make that error, which is actually speaking well of a team that is looking for exerting control on the game. So Rizin Spanda there, I think, did very well to press him to make that mistake.
Manenji, the new boy Kuda Ike Miaba, tightly monitored by Andrew Mbeba. You harass him all day, all afternoon today. Make sure he feels his presence. Velo Koza, a young lad born in 2005, one of the youngest players on the field today, together with Mathias Chiweta. So is Kingsley Muremba and Albert Manenji. And remember, try and get Highlanders going as he pushes one forward. Velo was trying to switch flanks, but Marvin Spanda wins a free kick. Sebe being written and already shown a yellow card. In the 9th minute, quickly, Walterson are going to say, but that was his first offense, referee. Wasn't it too early to show him a yellow card?
Yeah, perhaps too early. But of course, you want to see a referee who wants to exert his control on the match. But otherwise, too early a card to receive in the first 10 minutes of the game.
Marvin Spanda will leave it from Velo Koza, or two of them will look to engineer it. Chagoza himself a confirmation of yellow card. It's whipped in. It's a poor one from Marvin Spanda. Velo to control. We'll push it back. To find that prime Locha. Reward Musa. The blind pass. Kaya. Kingsley Muremba to God knows Moreira. Zizu they call him. Machope. Fouled by Lakmo Mtumbi. He was beaten for pace by Machope.
And with the way he's walking, it's actually a guilty face on display there. He knew what he did, but one might call it a professional foul.
Consistency from the referee, show a yellow card, cynical foul.
Yes, yeah, you would expect that to come through. But if you look at the way the foul came through, they actually crossed each other's paths. You are trying to cut inward to cover the goal side of the attack, but unfortunately he tripped the attacker, and rightly so. A free kick given on the far side.
Chance for Oltamsona to whip in across. Set piece chance for Scotland. Can they make it worthwhile here? Walter. Machope didn't turn his head quite in time. The ball hit his head when he had already turned to hit it, to nod it. And it's trickled out for a goal kick there.
It was a beautiful cross that came in from the right flank there. And he rose majestically above all these markers and connected with the ball. But of course, the connection was not perfect. Otherwise, it would have been problems for Reward Musa in goals for Highlanders.
Manenji pulling his marker off the ball. Machope touch to Manenji with acres of space here. Keeps it in control and in play. Whips in across the side. Beba claws the goalkeeper to claim it, surely. Yes, it does. That's Reward Musa commanding his area as he smelled danger there. That chance again, Joe. A header from Machope. Chokri. That is Tembo Chuma, the goalkeeper's coach for Highlanders. I'm sure he's saying something to reward Musa. What he needs him to be alert on. As he was up on his feet there. Andrew Beba, the captain. In no hurry whatsoever. Trying to take the pressure off Highlanders. He will leave it for his goalkeeper. That is Reward Musa. They still have the experience of Elsvander as their reserve goalkeeper, Highlanders. Nevarauji. Manenji harassing. Looks to 10. It does well. Cross is whipped in. It's a deep one. No problem for the goalkeeper. I'm sure you'll say I got it covered. That was the shot from Grison Sibanda.
It was one of those crosses that you are not sure of. You know, it can be a freaky goal that can arise from that situation, which might not have looked promising, but you never know. It might just trickle it and find its way into the back of the net. But of course, Scotland goalkeeper Kelvin Shangewa did very well to make it to cover it.
Msona just want to beat his marker, gets in the box in the 18 area. M7! Oh, places his effort over the bar. A letter for Highlanders. Scotland, the Lions Mapiravira, smelling blood. Good cross coming through from the captain. It couldn't come low for him. Couldn't drop her as quickly as he wanted. That is in 2007. To really put the laces through it.
Yeah, he found himself. Look at that cross that came in from Captain Walter Msona, and he was correctly positioned around the penalty box, penalty spot, and he let loose a left boot, which probably would have done well had he used his inside or his curler, and would have found the opposite net, especially where the ball was coming from.
Here they come now. Highlanders looking to exert themselves in this one. Cross comes inside the 18. Rizin Spanda. Tightly monitored by Matake. Kuda Ike Muyaba. Desperate to impress. So is Zukamanja. Highlanders looking to go on attack here. Too obvious and solid. Nonetheless, from Godnos Murira. First 15 gone. Goalless it remains here at Rufaro Stadium. Match day 21 of the Castle Premier Soccer League. Manenji using his small and might. Velo, Marvin Spanda. Disappointing so far in the first 15. He needs to do well. He does well this time around. There he is. He's now wanting it. You bet move it. Velokoza to Marvin Spanda. Tries to beat his marker. Machope with an overhead kick pass. Sukamanja to fight and tussle for it. Comes tops. Machope foul. The referee says play on. That is Lawrence Simondi. Highlanders now on an attack here. Mafia Stewart too. Beats his marker Stewart too. Oh my goodness. Good alertness from Kevin Moyo. Matake to mop up. End-to-end stuff here. Sona with the Trivela pass to Machope, back to Sona. The corner counter-attack here. Poor run from Machope. Give him options. That's what the captain is complaining about. Nevarauji, Marvin Spanda. Looking for a ride, he's onside here. Rizin on the ball line. A chance! Is a goal! Highlanders! Highlanders! Highlanders have a strike here. Matthew Stewart. The boy can't stop scoring. Highlanders have struck. They've scored the opening goal and the crowd is going wild here, Joe, at Rufaro. The experienced team showing their class. Look at that responder with a clever run to the bar line. Chiweta, no mistake, locks it in. Simple as you want.
A beautiful cutback. Look at that composure. He looked up, picked up his spot, and he gave it to Matthias Cheddar, who knew what he was doing. He knew where he was. He placed it, and the goalkeeper could not do anything but just to complain about poor marking from his defense. So Highlanders maybe justifiably in the lead, but it's been an open game so far in the first 17 minutes of the game, and Highlanders draw first blood.
A lad born in 2005. Yet to celebrate his birthday. That will be on the 31st of August. He's 20th, he's still 19. Already showing for Highlanders. Scotland again have to dig deep like they did at Emakumeni. They now have to chase the game. Kaya. Machope to chase. He had to get that one. Sukamanja now. Beats his marker, is fouled in the process. Surely that's a yellow card. That's a yellow card now to Yupen Mube. Lawrence Bond is showing his second yellow card of the afternoon. Ian Zoma. There he is with one of the agents, Mahachi. Player agents.
Yeah, it was a late tackle.
Cynical tackle.
Yeah, very late.
Kevin Moyo and Godnos Mrira. In swinger, would you prefer out swinger? Confirmation of Yupet Mubes. Card there. Yellow card. One apiece so far. Moyo. Deep cross. 70 chase. Does well to keep it in. Tries to beat his marker. That surely should have been Scotland throw it, but Ireland is given. Look at the passion of the fans. 20 minutes played now. Lisandro Snuma. Sisen Kultani Faro Stadium. Lapoge Utibana Kona. Scotland Italale Kambu. The Highlanders. Liakokela Gakab the Highlanders 1-0. Scotland Mapiravira. The home side Yonage here. And Italale Kaya. Moyo. Sebe. Atolu Manenji. Manenji shy cross la pana. Belipimpa. Corner kick. Unompembe. Lorenzo Mondi. Yakolisa Gatiwa.
Yeah,
Luchale Poren.
vari kudya hawo maporero chips asi vakarohwa timu yavo yagohweswa nehighlanders mushure kwezvibodzwa zvinokwana 17 valentine pare zvino scotland iri kutsvaka go bhora rekuequalizer vachitora kona kick captain wavo Walter Musona.
Walter Musona uzatinga ivona ukuthi uzalishaya kanjani laphana. Walter Musona umbeba uzama ukulungisa idefense yakhe. Mele bebiye kahle la Konani emapulani. Terence Sukamacha wakhuluma laphana uthi semfikile senkhona uTerence Sukamacha yena ke obuya lapha ku second half starting season kubafana be Scotland 1-1 shaya lapha kune post ngithemba ukuthi yiko bahlala bekwenza kuliki kero tebe wanifake ngaphi
Near post.
Near post reward bamthiya nje Mangele bamthethe engasuthi kwenzakaleni belithintile ngumfana uTerence manja assist ka Walter Msona yavuka imapiravira yavuka iScotland bahlabela babangomsindo kwakuhle kwamnandi kwanjeyana
Zinguthiki nobhanqa sikhuluma kanjeyana Valentine Msoro Msubu wa Terence Dzukamanja ndo akanda bhora mumambure zvinoreva kuti maybe Msubu wake Msoro oyo waita bhora ritsvedze pamhanza yake ichinopinda mumambure ichipa Scotland 1 goal bhora ravo rekudzora chibodzwa cheHighlanders
1-1 nguthiki lobhanqa lapha kuyaliwa tholo lakho sempini uze rufara nabangani bakho ungabe usibona ukuphi uma ukhona ku Facebook la ku YouTube chia i-comment yakho khona phana nansi Highlanders ezimnyama ngenkani offside uScott Sakupanya namhla angazi ukuthi uzothanda yipi ngoba zonke ukhanya uyazithanda shayela ifitshane phana uBetty udinga yena ureason hawu ukhipha ukholipa kasekakethini man uBetty ethola ureason sibanda uBetty move eshayela itela phana ku-18 area rawushi team of Insibanda kamtholi beligcina kakuhle uMachope laphana ethola ke umkhaya Machope ethinga ke ifree kick uLawrence Simon athi hayibo mfana kithi elikishimela laphana uKevin Shangiwe shayelithe likhipha phandle utry Ncube uMachope uhlezi uthi noMpembe bathi uMnompembe uthi hayi laphana abathethe ibhora abakuthintanga wena yamtshengisa ngezandla ukuthi kuthethe ibhora abathintanga wena ngabe kuthintile nje ibe ngekho ngabomo.
Yes, sir, and the referee there, I think he was correct making that call to allow play to continue. Timon Machope had actually lost possession of the ball. He was trying to salvage the situation, which had actually fumbled. So the referee firm and decisive in not awarding a free kick in that instance.
Umbeba alishange ekhanda ethola ke uMvelo Khoza. uNompembe sithi free kick. uAndrew Mbeba kathaba decision yaliyana uthi open foot utshengisa ulakhuza mntu hayi ubuyavulile lapha etshengisa ama-stats laphana ukungaba ingozi kuplayer yabo uWalter Msona bemtshengisa yellow card ekhuluma kakhulu loLawrence Simondi uyabe mthatha hayi suka lapha asihlala ibhola ngikusuka to 10 ungaphikeleli usiya phambili.
Yes, and I think the referee was not happy with what Scotland captain Walter Msona said to him. Of course, we know the captain has the right to engage in a conversation with the match official, but in this case, the referee probably thought that it was now too much. Walter Msona was persistent in his protest, maybe in some cases justified, in other cases unjustified. So the referee had had enough of Walter Msona coming into his face after every call.
Reward Musa, uNompembe, uLawrence Simondi. Shala phana ekhanda Kevin Moyo. Mkhaya eshayelithe laphana. Machope bemthitha uAndrew Mbeba. Ngokwesibili lokho. uBrian Mlotshwa. Bazamtshengisa ikhathi ke. Uyamfuna uSimondi. Uyamfuna uthi woza la. Wamtshengisa laphana ikhathi laphana. Ubamba ikhanda kakholo uAndrew Mbeba. Alimelanga idlale lokho likhonona sikhathi sonke.
Yeah.
Ngoba kungaliphambanisa laphana. Ngasokwenzekile sechayile uNompembe. Sukani lidlala ibhola.
Yes, I agree with you, Valentine. I think sometimes players overexert themselves with the emotion, with the pressure. Then they fail to probably attend. Look at that goal that came in there.
Resin Sibanda laphana lichayile ihlethelo chiwethu. Eshaya Mampuleni.
It came off Luigi's knee, as it was.
I would check out the civil.
Yeah, yeah. There was no contact. Yes. Well placed goal. usually it's always a problem when you send the ball where it's coming from. In the general direction where the cross was coming from, it's usually a tricky ball to deal with.
And Scotland lapana be-equalizer labo. Goal kick wabafana be-Highlanders. Ezimnyama ngenkani. Iposo. Idlala ke yona le Scotland. Izilwane amaphiravira. Marvin Sibanda lithola laphana. Khoza chayili ihlala phana elide. Udinga uNevarawushi. Efika laphana. Velo Khoza thola uRawushi laphana. Emthinta laphana emuhla. Emchiya enjalo. Throw in kubafana be-Highlanders. Thatha ke ngukapteni wabo Andrew Mbeba. Ethola ke ugoalkeeper wakhe uRiwat Musa belidlala elifitshane laphana ngoba ingozi laphana. Belitshontsha laphana for beScotland. Kodwa bazange bebe lokubalala kwesikhathi eside. Marvin Sibanda shayela ithi laphana udinga uJuwet. Mafios. Bemdonsa laphana. Bathi free kick, bathi Kotnos. Kungabulala umfana. Dlala kakuhle. uKotnos uthi hayi mina ngiqenga phezulu. Memela ngiyenzeni? Yena usalasiwa mina bengigijimela ngiqala ibhola. Laphana ebhenchini labafana beScotland akula kuthaba laphana. Bakhuluma ke yena lo Bright Benura. Yena u4th official uthi hayi unompembe nantana phezulu. Hey Matet. What are you in Dow Kingsley Mdaremba?
2 fouls in 2 seconds.
Usimonde batshengisa laphana ukuthi alidlalwa engajanga impembe yami. Velo Khoza lo Marvin Sibanda. Bangemva kwalo. Ushangiwa. Shala phansi uSibanda. No akulankinga laphana ku-goalkeeper uKelvin Shangiwa. Yena ke wazalwa ngomnyaka ka1997.
Yeah, I don't know if Marvin was going for a cross or actually going for target, but from the way the flight of the ball took, I think he was going for target in the first instance. I thought he would have
I saw the instruction. Bebemtshela lapha ebhenchini ukuthi shaya zama.
Yeah, well, you better give some respect to the goalkeeper. You know, from that range, I wonder if it would have trouble with the Scotland goalkeeper, Ruiji.
Babuya laphana. Terence Kamanja yena kuhlohlile laphana ngemva kwemsuzwana elithumi amachuma amabili nanye. Belkipela phandle laphana. Walter Msona. Ufuna ithatha masiyu uzalitshela ke uKotnos Murira. 31 ezazidlaliwe laphana. 1-1. Chikilo Bhanqa. Free kick. Yabafana beScotland laphana. Ngelinye ithuba lapha. Ukuthi bebone ukuthi bengayenza njani behlolola igoli. Yanathwa. Kubukelwe. Kuyakholiswa. Linjalo namhla. Ungabe ungaphilovani. Ubumele ube lapha. Encane yakhona le ndala. Ziyadibana lapha. Kotnos Muriro laphana. Corner kick. Thokoza Msebe. Bevuka ushanga esithente laphana. Balivimba. Corner kick. Eyoqala ingenile. Esibili ngangena yini. Sesilinde.
Asazi ngumpabanga lana uzaphinda akwenzile njalo ku-first goal yeScotland. Well, we see. Wait to see.
Walter Msona. Shayisha laphana. Ukhipha likhipha. Walikhipha laphana umlotshwa. Usibanda laphana samubaleka lalo. Kotnos Murira. Ethola ukapteni wakhe. Walter Msona Murira obeshaya lite laphana liyaphumela phandle. Goal kick kubafana be-Highlanders. Reward Musa sebemhlohlo lilodwa okwanamhla, omunye wakhe kungxenye yenye uKelvin Shagiwa, laye ke sebe mhlohlo igole lilodwa.
We hear the Highlanders fans have broken into song with one of their traditional songs, which literally means we don't like what you are doing. I think the Highlanders fans are expressing themselves against some of the calls that were made by the referee, but we can't really fault the referee. I think the referee so far has been in control and in charge of the game and has made fair calls so far.
Walter Msona elithatha laphana ethola umkhaba. Walter Msona, Walter mtshintsha laphana. Walter Msona, heaven wali babduri wathi wathi inkhona mina, wathi inkhona mina, phosa baba ingozi laphana. Umanenji elithatha laphana Mkhaba eligcina kakuhle ethola ke uTerence Sukamanja eshaya ilithe laphana lihle Msona. Hey man, abasila yasile semnyama iyabuya imapiramira iyathisa sokulilanga lomlilo.
Highlanders survived in that instant. Walter Msona didn't get a good connection of the ball. They exchanged a few passes. He weaved his way past Mbeba and he let go of a shot. This was the first incident where Ruiz was equal to the task. But in that instance, Walter Msona tried to connect with his left foot, but the ball did not settle well onto his leg. Otherwise, it would have been trouble for Highlanders. But so far, Mabiravira are on flame. They want to burn Highlanders down.
Ngabunga philo bani thina silapha eRufaro kuhle kuba lapha. Ungabe ubukela kuphi akusitshele uliphiliswe. Ungabe ubukela ku Facebook kumbe ku YouTube siyakwakumekela sebethola ithuba lapho ukuthi bekhulumelana laphana bambiza uReward Musa laphana ukuthi bexoxisane laye ibhenchi lakhe echaya ilithe laphana uthuka manje. Hey kancane nje so mbele lingenelelana lelo libambe kamnandi laphana uMusa bakhulumelana laphana abafana be-Highlanders. Darlington Mkuli eresponda ukhuluma lo chokri laphana uTempo Chuma ukuthi ukhipha umelenze njani laphana.
Yeah, Eros Banda is one of the seasoned goalkeepers we have seen in the local football. And I like something that is coming out as a trend from Highlanders, the quality of goalkeepers that Highlanders have produced over time. You're looking at your Peter Nkomos from back then, your Amon Chimbalangas back then, and your Ariel Banda down the lane. So you see Highlanders actually have a good eye for talented goalkeepers.
Rutoro Papayana Terence Sugamanja Achinaro Achinitorero Papa and Mkomana Nonsie Kosa Ichitoro na Kingsley Mraremba atuona captain wake Walter Msona Atifura. No problem. Kuna goalkeeper Reward Musa. Varuguda Yagu vira iya.
Good technique from Walter Msona. He's one player who's got a good touch. And look at that shot that he belted there. Off target here, but it was a point of bother for Reward Musa and goal for Highlanders. He was to make sure that he covered that post. But otherwise, Walter Msona, a joy to watch. I like the way he controls the ball. He's very comfortable on the ball. And he's got such amazing technique. The way he addresses the ball and takes those shots is something to marvel.
Gareth Matake. Achiritangiza Joana Kevin Moyo. Atuona kuna Albert Manenji ari kutsvaga iye mukomana anonzi Kuda Ike Muyaba richibudira panze. Throw in kuvakomana veHighlanders Nevaraushi achiti ndokutenderedza mukomana Manenji akati bodoshe haungandipfekedze heti iwe Nevarauji na Manenji. 1-1. Manenji. Rizin Sibanda. Arikutraga paya. Throw in kwa komana ve Highlanders. Pejgo taking out area wa komana ve Highlanders. Velo Koza. Try and move it. Manenji. Achirova refrefra kana kisa. Arikutraga yeye mkomana Timon Machope. Achimwana richitungwa na Msoro. Richitoro hapo na Andrew Mbeba. Achirova kana kisa richenda kuna Mvelo Koza. Achidona paya atraga mkono chiwetu. Achimtrova tami paya. Rakanakisa. Yubet Nube. Achitraga chiwetu anaguriona rakanakisisa. Mukana watambisona wakomana ve Highlanders. Terence Sukamanja. Arikutraga iye Machope. Timon. Atuona rakanakisa bana Waltamsona. Richiputwa paipa na wakomana ve Highlanders Machope. Arina ugara nenguva. Wauri pinanujite. Papa pinda mombe munda.
If you can still find your way to Rufaro Stadium, nothing should stop you. Come and witness the action that we're seeing here. Maviravira Scotland are actually on the rampage. They are troubling Highlanders from all fronts, left, right and centre. But of course, to their credit, Highlanders have been holding their own. They've been denying the Scotland Maviravira team from getting their second goal. But an exciting game that we've witnessed so far, Valentine.
Velokosa chikanda papari ochana komana ya Rizin Sibanda. Richitoro na Kevin Moyo. Achiba Gareth Matake. Richitoro na Nevarauji. Mkuli. Richitoro na captain wa Scotland. Walter Msona Wale. Richibudira panza throw in kwa komana we Scotland. Richipiwa Albert Manenji. Manenji achiroa refu. Arikutraga ye mkomana kuda Ike Mbuyaba. Nishiwani kwa na Terence Sukamanja. Atogoesa chibozo chimwe. Mkaya. Chida outside. Rishikandirwa Mvelo Kosa. Chirowara kana kisa hapa Jona Rizin. Shinda kuna Nevarauji. Rauji achitraga ye mkoma na Rizin Sibanda uyo achishika zvakanakisisa achitangira ye Kevin Moyo achirova rivenda pasenta vachitraga ye Marvin Sibanda chitora na Mvelo Koza chichipiwa Mkuli Simondi achipinda munzira yevakomana yepasi Highlanders irinoitwa drop goal chichipiwa Mkuli chirova akatachi Chidobi Chitoro mkomana Timon Machope. Achiwana iye mtogozisi Msebe. Chikomana chakagara pa yellow card. Atuona captain wavo iye Anonzi Walter Msona atuona ya Kingsley Mreremba chikomana chakapa pa Caps United. Lichipiwa iwe Albert Manenji. Richenda kuna mtogozisi Msebe achirova rakanakisa paya. Riwat Muzaga tendiri pano. Richipiwa Mvelo Koza. Achuona ye chikomana Nevarauji. Kuna Rizin Sibanda. Chizoserwa kuna Marvin Sibanda. Varimu hafu ya wakomana ve Highlanders. Richiwa referefrega na kisa. Richegeta na chiwetu. Chikomana cha Prince Edward. Chiwetu Mafios. Hapana aripo. Wakomana imia itangozio. Huya uone Gareth Matake, Kingsley Mreremba, Terence Sukamanja, God knows Muriro Richimsia, achiliwana Kachiviri, achipa goalkeeper Kachimchosera, achirova refu ari kutsvaga iye mukomana kuda Ike Muyaba, ichitorwa naKingsley Muraremba, vanomuti Momo, ichitorwa naManenji. Vamzvina Pembe vamisa mutambo, panenge paita iyo yatinoti injury yemusoro. Mazuva ano kunoitwa kuchenjeudzwa kuti ugare zvine ngozi mukati. Vanotoshedza mamedics kuti vauye vazotarisa kuti hapana chashatisisa here apo.
Yes, mutemo mutsva webhora unodaidza uyo uchitizvo kana player achinge yakuwara musoro, Muzvina Pembe ngavambomisa mutambo kuti usaendera mberi kusvika vanoona nezveutano zvematimu vaunza vakomana vavo vanovabatsira kuti vakomana vatambe vakagwinya vakasimba, sezvo tiri kuona apo mukomana akubatsirwa kuti abude munhandare anorapirwa ari panze. Saka it's a good call from the referee to call for the play. I think that was an elbow that landed on his head, leading to him suffering a head injury, and rightly so, the referee stopping play from proceeding.
Welcome to Zimbabwean football. Baro defense splitting pass apo nechikomana Marvin Sibanda achiwana Rizin Sibanda. Sibanda achienda pabhala ina achiwana icho chikomana Marcus Chiweta.
That was a near post goal scored by Terence Jukamanja. Yeah, it shows that it's a kind of goal that comes from the training ground.
Sebe offside. Yashedzerwa naVamzvina Pembe vachidzosera kumashure. Vavada kutora nekuchimbidza vakomana veHighlanders. VaLawrence Simondi ndivo Mzvina Pembe maskata anaya. 1 minute. Nechawedzerwa naVamzvina Pembe. Ndiyo yasara kuti titambe muchikamu chokutanga chemutambo uyu weKasolaga Premier Soccer League. Apa pari kutamba chikwata cheScotland maBhiravira Shumba Dzebhora vachisangana ivo nevakomana veHighlanders. Ezimnyama ngenkani Boso Gareth Matake ndiye ari kuritsika-tsika achiona icho chikomana icho chinonzi Kevin Moyo ichienda kuna Manenji. Manenji achiona icho chikomana chonzi Matope. Terence Sukamanja ane mukana wakarebesa achikoniwa kuona captain wakarisa kumashure kwake panotideisa kumberi kwake. Abva atsvedza mukomana Woltamsona richirohwa rakarebesa paya naBrian Mlocha. 2 minutes ndizo dzichawedzera, ndiyo shoma yacho. Nguva ichawedzerwa naVamzvina Pembe, vaLawrence Simondi, vaPride Pedura ndiyo vachiratidza nguva ichawedzerwa. Manenji Machope Kaya lichipiwa icho chikomana chinodzi Museve achiwana iye Kevin Moyo achirova rakanakisa chioreka na Machope. Good control cross, one time overhead iwe Kingsley Muraremba, goalkeeper akatenderi pano rararohwa rakanakisa na Momo. Iwe
Beautiful stuff we are witnessing, Valentine. A lovely shot that was belted from outside the box. But of course, the Highlanders goalkeeper was equal to the task. But so far, it's been proving to be worthy of all the penny that the fans paid to watch this game. And I'm sure those that are watching from home are enjoying this game as much as we are from the commentary box.
Machope ndeyasiyira Sukamanja, but the striker inokudza kuti atiite izvozvo.
Goalkeeper needed chapter 2 of the save, otherwise it was a good shot that was belted.
Darlington Mkuli vari kutsvaka-tsvaka vakomana veHighlanders. Mathias Chiwetu mukomana anotambisa romwe zabhura uyo achiona Rizin Sibanda. Hoko yomombe mumunda yayauya Highlanders. Vamzvina Pembe vatizoni ndaridzosore kumashure vanogona kuridza kuti chikamu chokutanga aiwa zvakwana. Ngatimboendai kumaorange nemananchisi richitorwa naKevin Moyo. ichipiwa iye Tabon Machope achikoniwa kuona icho chikomana chinozimseve vamzvina pembe vakati aiwa pare zvino zvakwana 1-1. Joe, your assessment of the first 45 tisati tadzokera kumastudios wedu uko.
An exciting first half of football that we've witnessed. Probably and arguably one of the best games that we've witnessed at Faro Stadium. This has been end-to-end stuff with the Highlanders coming into the lead in the 70th minute through a well-taken ball by Matthias Chueta after a nicely threaded ball from the right wing from Highlanders by Rizin Svanda. And then Terence Jukamanja equalizing for Scotland in the 21st minute. Otherwise, a game of two halves, a game of end-to-end action, but it's promising to be a second half that is also going to be loaded with fireworks. But either way, this team could have gone either side. But wherever you are, I think you better stick to watching this game. A good game of first half that we've seen Valentine.
Indeed. So that's the story right here.
Right, half time. What an exciting game. I did say we are expecting the mother of all battles. And so far, it has been exactly that. You are what? Mavira Vira? Or you are Bosso? Well, I think you got to clap for both your sides. They've given us some tremendous, exciting stuff. Hey, you will admit to that. First, it was the young man we call Mago, Matthias Chiweta, stinging, making it 1-0. And then it was the striker we call Nyama, Terence Jukamanja, eating reward Musa there with that flick of a header, making it 1-1. So one end Magwa Jiruma, the other end. All right, yes, they're still in the studio with me. I'm talking about our two. Well, Ginola, what can we say? Thanks. That's
a nail-biting encounter. To not blame Scotland for hiking the gate charges. The fans, I'm sure they are really enjoying, even us here in studio. We are talking off camera. This is what we expect to see when the two giants of Zimbabwean football clash. This is an exciting encounter. Even the quality of the two goals, the one scored by Matthias Chiweta, that move by Highlanders, I think it was a brilliant team goal. Reasons and they was very unselfish, and the way he laid the ball into the box. Yes, of course, you might ask one or two questions about the defending of the back four of Scotland, the way they were standing, allowing Matthias to ghost from the blind side to poke the ball past a helpless Kevin Shangiwa. Even to see the goal scored by Terence Jukamanja. I think off air we are just talking about Jukamanja saying that he has not really clicked since his return to the local premiership, and within a minute he came up with that glancing header. And but also you need to question how Highlanders defended that corner kick. You could see that there were two defenders right by the near post, including the goalkeeper. And Terence, yes, it looked like he was unmarked, but that run to go and meet that ball, I think that's top notch.
Yes, real exciting stuff in the mother of all battles at Rufaro Stadium, Kumbiles. If you care to remember, the last time that as we see the goal, Ribo, that's Risen Sibanda, squaring it, and Mago stinging the ball past Kelvin Shangiwa, and it was a deserved lead by Iboso. There you see it again, Mago, Matthias Chiweta, the Prince Edward High School product. And did you see Ribo just when he sent in the pass, Chief Justice, just waiting, Mfana Mago, I say you.
Yeah, no, that was well calculated move and a very good drawback. And Mago was in the right position and a good tap in. What a goal, I would say.
And let's see this one from Nyama. Well, we're going to see it again. It's going to come again, the equalizer. I mean, which one was the better goal? Let's see. You know, we saw the one by Mago, and then we are going to see the one by, brilliant, by Nyama. Terence Jukamanja. Oh, let's see it again. Oh! I mean, how did he do that, Chief? How did he do that?
No, he's intelligent. I watched him some games when he was at Orlando Pirates. He used to score in the first post. And
another chance for this. Oh,
that's Mswebe.
Walter Msona.
Yeah, and Mswebe.
Msebe. Msebe.
Yeah.
I beg your pardon.
Yeah, but it's, Scotland are doing very well. They're piling up the pressure, and they responded very quickly from that goal after Highlanders scored. And they came in quickly and they scored an equalizer through Zukamanja, which is very good. They are showing hungriness in them, and you have seen some quite few attempts from Msona from long range. But I think it's an exciting match, and both teams are playing very good. I'm impressed with Marvin Sibanda in midfield for Highlanders. He's doing very well, and he's passing the eye. He's so good. I think they are doing so fine, considering they're missing some quite number of players, very good key players.
Yeah, sure. I mean, this game here, I think one of the finest games we have ever witnessed at Rufaro Stadium. You will agree with me because it has been fireworks right throughout. And in case some of you are wondering how Terence Jukamanja got the nickname Nyama. No, it's not from Nyama, the highest goal scorer ever in the country. It was the late Peter Nyama who still holds he scored 62 goals in the 1970 season. Nobody else has done that. Moses Chunga has been nearest with 46 goals. Another chance for Maviravira. Oh, they were really, after they scored their first goal, they were gunning to get the second one. As we see, I think that one was by Walter Musona. And Reward Musa has been definitely the busier of the two goalkeepers. And I think when he goes back to the City of Kings and Queens, they must reserve a hot bath for him, because Reward Musa, he really has been in the wars and keeping out Maviravira, as we see there. I was just talking about how Terence Jukamanja, we'll come to that later, again is Maviravira. Oh, again, Reward Musa. Oh my word. Wow. I mean, that was Walter Musona again. Because they have been attacking left, right, and center, Maviravira. And Ginola, Reward Musa, I mean, he's been fantastic.
Yeah, I think he's a bit overemployed there. He's working extra hard.
Yeah.
And I think he has done well. You see those couple of saves there. In that occasion, he needed the second bite of the cherry, that volley from the center of the park by Maviravira. And also Highlanders, I'm sure they are trying to contend.
As we see that one.
Yeah, that was in the very first minute of the game.
The Highlanders attack. I think that was after a long time, isn't it? And then but it was always rising from the moment it left his boot. But Highlanders giving as much as they are getting. And there's that one. Mago. Mafios Chiweta. You don't want to live. You see, when you play with Mago, what they do, they bite you, especially they aim for your eyes. As we see, I think that was the goal, isn't it? The center from Ribo. And Highlanders were up and about. And again, as we see, oh my word, this has been exciting stuff. I go back to Terence Jukamanja. He was nicknamed Nyama at Ngezi Platinum because he was always the match winner for Ngezi Platinum when he was playing. And his other mate said, Uindiano Dipa Nyama. So that's how the nickname came, Terence Jukamanja Nyama. And if they win, Nyama. It looks like that. My word. Second half, brace up for it. What can we expect from the second half? Let's give Chief Justice, because Chief Justice has tipped Scotland. So let's give him the hat of Tondirai Stanza. What do you think Stanza now will do for the second half?
I think he has to tell his players to keep focusing and also remind them that they did very well by coming back, recovering that goal, and they started piling up pressure. Let's continue the pressure in the last 30 minutes. I think they've been piling pressure just before halftime. They did that as well. So you need also to start from where they left, and now they just need precision. What are they doing? They also need to calculate. Highlanders is very good central defense. The high balls for Machope is not really getting them, because there is Mbeba there, and he is marshalling up the defense. So they just need to come with the 1-2s. Try to use the especially on the left side for Highlanders. It's not where there's Darlington. It's not really tight, unlike the right side. So they just need to use upright, then bring in some low crosses. I think Highlanders is not so good in defending the low crosses. But the high balls, I think they can. Of course, Maviravira is trying by all means, but in the middle of the park, they are not well stable. Yeah, they also need to aid up in the middle, where there is Momo. He is alone, but they are not going forward. They are not going forward. They're just passing wide and backwards. But they just need to pump up, because it will stop Marvin from doing whatever he's doing in midfield.
Right, and Ginola, trying Ngube, I will give you that head. He said we came here to compete. So what can we expect from trying Ngube, the head coach of Bosso, in the second half, for him to do? What do you think he's saying to the guys right now?
And true to his words, they are really competing. And if I was trying Ngube, I think I would try to edge my boys not to panic much. They need to absorb that pressure, especially in the early stage of the second half, and not be forced to make rushed changes, because the team so far is playing well. And you will see that Tundera Ndraya, I think he had done his homework very well. He had countered what the Highlanders, knowing that they have got tricky wingers. He opted for Godnose Murwira and Albert Manenji on those left wing back and right wing back positions respectively, because they are a bit bulky and they're masculine those young Highlanders forwards. But you see that Maofias Chwetu is very, very good technically. He's dribbling, and even these square balls into the box, so they are really dangerous. So I would urge him to continue fighting like that and make sure that they pose a threat to that rear guard of Scotland and try to find another goal. But if it doesn't work out, maybe around the 70th something minute, they still have the likes of Prince Wovu, they have Melikai Ngube on the bench. Also they have Panashe Mshonga, the mid-season acquisition from Chegu to Pirates. They also have the experience of Maninja Brighton Ngube. So it's an open game, and I would try to pick up a point and maybe by surprise collect all 3 points at the end of the day.
Right, as we look ahead at the second half, yes, remember, you haven't forgotten, have you? Because, yes, the Zimbabwe Sables are through to the World Cup final in 2027 in Australia, after we beat Namibia yesterday. Right. Let's go back to Vava, Valentine, Mabugu, and Joseph Nkani for the second half. We hope it's going to be just as exciting. We'll be talking to you at the end of the 90.
And we are back for the second half here at Rufaro Stadium. Highlanders FC and Scotland unlocked 1-1 after a thrilling first half. Both teams looking to take the win, and the intensity is high. And let's see what the second half brings, Joe.
Yes.
But if we are to go by the first half, surely we are in for a thrilling ride in the next 45.
Definitely fasten your seatbelt and brace yourself for a bumpy ride, exciting ride of the next 45 minutes, as we witness two teams that have not been separated by much. If you look at their last 10 games, Scotland have registered 1 win, 2 draws and 2 losses, whereas in the last 5 games, that is, and Highlanders have 2 wins, 2 draws and 1 loss. So they'll be looking to go one up and improve their form in the last 45 minutes of this game. Whereas in the head-to-head clash, they've only played once in their lifetime, drawing 1-1 at Emagumeni in Barberfields, Bulawayo. We wonder if Ntokozi Nsebe would repeat the feat that he did in the first leg, where he scored in the 90th plus 3 minutes, and Andrew Mbeba scoring for Highlanders in the 84th minute in the last game that they played.
So we are set Lawrence Simoni gets us underway here for the second half, folks. Both teams are looking sharp and the pace is quick. Highlanders will be looking to push forward, trying to take the lead, while Scotland is looking to counter-attack. The second half begins, the battle reignited. Both teams give their all with hearts that are ignited. And as said earlier on, the ball will fly through the air, the speed with might. Only one indeed, and only one can win this one. In the contest of skill and light, the crowd will surely be cheering on with voices loud and clear. The players will look to push hard and forward with no room for fear. The game's intensity will build as momentum grows. And the drama will unfold with pace, I'm sure. The question is, who will emerge victorious in this thrilling contest space? The teams clash with strength and with skill. The outcome, well, Joe, uncertain, as the game is at stake still. Let's see what the finish will bring to our side as these two teams battle with their might. Free kick to Scotland. Murira being given a torrid time by Chueti, will look to create something here. Just inside the 18, cleared by Highlanders. Machope tussling and fighting. Highlanders will get there first. Rauji. Petismaka, fouled by Kingsley Mreremba. He was beaten clean. He was leaving him for dead, but he wouldn't allow that. That's what we know about all holding midfielders. You don't do that to them.
Yes, you don't just pass by. You know, they are more like a toll gate where you have to pay a price to get past them. And there, of course, Kingsley Mreremba with a high boot, with a high leg that impeded on him. And, of course, referee on point and on site to make a right call and give Highlanders a free kick. But that Highlanders were actually on the run with a promising attack. So Kingsley Mreremba taking one for the team. Of course, he didn't get a yellow card in that case, but actually he did well on behalf of his team, Scotland.
Velokoza to whip in the cross for Highlanders here. In the set piece, Serra slew the other one. Ooh. It couldn't settle quickly for him. Talented Mkuli. Chance goes begging for Highlanders. They get a corner kick as consolation nonetheless. This is the same end that Scotland scored a flashing head on the near post. Caress of Terence Zukamanja's bold head. Venacosa to take it again. It's a poor one, it's low, easily dealt with by Scotland. Parking instructions is trying move. The Highlanders gaffer took over after the firing of Kevin Kayindu. Velokoza proving to be their set piece taker. This will be swung in to go towards the goalkeeper as he places it. On the near, defensive header, cushioned to the goalkeeper by Will Thompson. Reward, rather that's Kelvin Shangiwa, born in 1997. He finds the new man, Kuda Ike Miyaba. Throw in for the Scottish Lions. Side 18, Yeda by Tsukamanja. Wasn't well read by Kuda Akmiyaba. Well read nonetheless by Highlanders goalkeeper Reward Musa. And Rumbeba, the long telegraphed ball. It's looking for somebody in black and white, but it lands to the boys in blue. But they win it nonetheless. Kingsley Mremba still tussling and fighting with Manenji. They win it cleanly, says the referee. Kevin Moya to mop up. Here comes Machope now. Does well, tries to beat Mfelo. Tussling those long lanky legs. Makes him favorite in some tussles with Mfelo. Still keeps control of the ball. They'll push it back and try and open space. And they're forced way back into their own half, Highlanders. That is Scotland. Beba. Ping pong. Scotland. Murira. Chwetu. Is giving him all the trouble today. Kingsley Mremba says, we are same age boys. Let me deal with him. Kevin Moya finds Gareth Matake playing central today with Peter Mutua missing in this game. Free kick. Prime Locha penalized on a foul on Timon Machope.
I thought it was a fair challenge in my view. Yeah, well, but the referee saw otherwise and awarded a free kick to Scotland.
Set piece opportunity for Mapiravira. God knows Umrira to take it. Back in the day, from that distance, we will go for goal. Gone are the days and times. Edge has taken over. Looking for Machope with the header. Msona to control Msebe. Does well. Msebe clips one, looking for Machope. Can't find him. Highlanders will clean up. Chwetu. Murira. Msebe to win control for Scotland. Manenji. Terence Zukamanja. Walter. Msona. Terence Zukamanja. Switch flanks. Come to the right of attack. Murira tries to clip in across, but using his weaker left foot. So it's a time effort. Matake should be careful here. Rizin is the hustler. Rauji whips it across. Chwetu to get at the end of it. Keeps it in play. Chwetu! Oh, overcooked his pass here. The young lad. Here comes Rauji. Muscled out by Manenji. Using his physique well.
And look at how he's pumped up. He's facing the Highlanders fans and showing off his chest and say, I'm the man. I think Manenji there using his experience and his body size to his advantage. He did very well to shoot that ball. Otherwise, it was going to be a threat for Scotland. So well done, Manenji, for shooting that ball and watching it roll across. As Scotland are making a change.
The new signing, Moses Shindolo, prepares to come in. They're taking the new signing as well, Kuda Ike Muyaba. Confirmation of the first change as Tondoran Diraya shows his hand to win it. Throw in. Marvin Spanda. The pitch not making it easy for the players. Velo Koza. Neva Rauji. Mureremba says no way. Teret Sukamanja shows them how it's done. Battle of for show-offs.
Beautiful play from both sides, Valentine. I think players are showing off what they can do. They are saying, what you can do, I can do better. Beautiful piece of play that we witnessed from the two sides in the past 2 minutes. The way they have been exchanging their passes with flair, with pomp and fanfare. Beautiful football.
Nkuli. Velo Koza. Velo. Simon Machope on the chase. The ball faster than the man. Vela Kosa to clip a low one forward. Looking for a run from Marvin Spanda. But Kevin Shingiwa gets there first. Maviravira versus Chilamoya. Gareth Matake. Machope is looking for a choice pass to Terence Sukamanja. He wasn't too close to him. Velo lost concentration there. Now he can go. Shindolo, Mureremba Kingsley. Good defensive work from the captain. Good covering from Andrew Mbeba.
That was very decisive. Manenzi was out on the run, venturing into the box. So Captain Andrew Mbeba bailing out Highlanders from that threat.
Moses Shindolo. Tumseve, Mthokozisi. Former Bulawayo Chiefs player. Former Simba Bora. The fans worried with a player who is injured there.
Must be Andrew Mbeba.
If it is their captain, they should worry. It's riding in agony. Looks like a bad injury. They're holding the shin there.
Yeah, he is in pain. Deep pain.
Yeah. Hope it's not the knee that's gone, because they will lose another influential player here.
Yeah, if you look at the way he's writhing in pain there, Valentine, it may not be a good sight for Highlanders, and more so for him as the team captain. He has been very influential marshalling the Highlanders defense, and Andrew Mbeba, it will be a sad sight to see him walk off the field due to an injury. And from the way it looks like, when he cleared that ball, maybe he landed awkwardly. He was all by himself. I must have twisted his ankle or his knee. Look at the signals coming from the other players there. Yeah, I think the way he landed, his right leg, it doesn't look good. We hope for the best. We don't hope anything will be worse for Andrew Mbeba. We see him being helped up to his feet.
Indeed. We hope he is okay. You'll be okay. They won't want to lose their captain here.
He is walking about.
Indeed.
I'm not sure.
Gingerly walking. Time for ice cream even in this weather.
Yeah, you wonder if it will be enjoyable. Yeah, in this weather, with the way someone is dressed up and is an onion, and then you add on some ice cream to that. Well, we never know. people have different palate.
In attack, Highlanders, Banda will chase. He has been chasing everything all afternoon. Goes out to control.
We see Andrew Mbeva is gingerly stepping onto the field, Valentine. Look, he's still limping. I wonder if it's good for him and good for the team. You know, I don't know how solid now he's going to be, how much he's going to exert himself in the game, seeing that he's even limping right now as he takes up his defensive position.
And did Shindolo and never Rauji, the referee to rush. The referee to rush, and he calls the two lads to have a handshake. It's the men's game. Indeed, there'll be pressure.
I think those whistles that we're hearing, Valentine, I think that the Highlanders fans calling in for Coach Traingube to rest Captain Mbeva.
Look at his movement.
Yeah, look at his movement. He's not comfortable. And I think Highlanders will be best advised to give their captain a rest. He might be a liability. More so, his strategic position that he plays at the heart of Highlanders defense.
They need to clear the ball out. Chiwetu. He's been a thorn in Murida's flesh all afternoon. The chance risen on the 10. Good technique. Good save from the goalkeeper. End-to-end stuff.
Captain Mbeva down. One man down. One man down. Captain Mbeva. Yeah, I think this is telling, Valentine. I think Captain Andrew Mbeva has seen his day. He has done his time. And we see Highlanders are preparing a change for Andrew Mbeva. I think he has done his shift. I think he needs to be taken out. And I see Highlanders are making a change. They are preparing a change to relieve Captain Andrew Mbeva. They are preparing in Malvin Ativagoni. Malvin Ativagoni being prepared by Highlanders to come in place of Andrew Mbeva. And you see a committee there, a Scotland committee happening. Coach Kendra Indiraya speaking to Captain Walter Sona, as well as Timon Machope and Andrew Msebe.
Ativagoni being given the confidence, the pep talk before being introduced into this game. 64 minutes into the encounter. 1-1 it remains. The goals again created by Rizensbanda, sealed with a lovely touch from Chiwetu. Mafios. Exciting young lad. Ativagoni, confirmation of the substitution. Being replaced by Ativagoni, Malvin. God knows Murira. Said a torrid afternoon. He has toiled all afternoon. The young boy Chiwetu, Morpheus, has been playing rings and tricks around him.
Darlington Mkulu is now the captain for Highlanders. He has taken over the captain armband.
He's one of the senior statesmen in the squad. Born in 1999. It's a relatively young Highlander side.
Yeah, indeed.
The oldest is born 1996.
And I think it's in keeping with the Highlanders tradition. They've always groomed their own You know, Highlanders is not one of your clubs that goes onto the market all the time. They believe in their homegrown talent, and they've always given their youngsters an opportunity to come in and graduate into the senior first team. So yes, in keeping with Highlanders tradition.
65 minutes in ndiyo nguva yatatamba 1 ka 1 na Chirima Ngange kana mushango chibate atigashire setule. Welcome ZBC TV ndiyo bigirai mtambo uyu wekasolaga Premier Soccer League match day 21 Stograna Machope Chestira Tsukamanja free kick kuva Komanave Scotland. Pito ichiridzwa na vamshina pembe va Lawrence Simondi. Chikomana Tama Machope chichiti kuna Tsukamanja. Sumuka titambe.
Yeah, there was a late boot. Yeah, a late tackle on Tsukamanja. And these two teams, Valentine, I think they're giving us a game which is true to their form. If you look at their last 10 games, Scotland have gained 12 points out of a possible 30, while Highlanders have won 10 points out of a possible 30. Scotland scoring 7 goals in the last 10 games, Highlanders scoring 6 goals in their last 10 games, and Scotland conceding 6 and Highlanders conceding 8. So these are teams that are fairly balanced in terms of the form that they brought in coming into this game. And the 1-1 scoreline that we're witnessing so far is not anything that may be surprising us, but it's actually an exciting game that we're watching.
Marvin Spada to control. Highlanders accelerating. Good defensive work from Albert Manenji. Finds Kevin Moyo. Richitungwa Nemsoro. Nechikoma Shindolo. Chiroa Nemaoko. Free kick. Richipiwa Komana with Scotland. Judge Komana Johnson Moses Shindolo. Heraro ari mahoko. Hubert Ngube ari pa yellow card nda changes.
Yeah, Hubert Ngube umela qaphelela phana Valentine ngoba uhlezi uku yellow card, but laphana sibone edlala ibhola ngesandla njalo esajika isandla sakhe.
Yeta Tsukamanja! Scotland mapira wako 2-1. Scotland here to set piece chance. No mistake. Goal. A header from Timon Machope. Terence Tsukamanja, no mistake. Lethal in that area.
3 touches played by Scotland. Calvin Moore flighted the ball from the set piece. Timon Machope headed it down onto the on-rushing veteran Terence Tsukamanja. And of course, Highlanders, look at that. That's a beautiful sight. Scotland director Scott Sakwanya donning the Highlanders scarf in keeping with the true spirit of football. Football is not about enmity. Football is just a beautiful game of sport. And as Scott Sakwanya, the Honorable Sakwanya, celebrating his team's second goal, which was well taken, a well-taken free kick, which certainly comes from the training ground. A left ball, a ball that was flighted from the left flank, Kevin Moyo, Timon Machope headed down, on rushing Terence Tsukamanja comes in to haunt Highlanders again for his second goal and for Scotland's second goal. Will Highlanders come out of this and salvage a point or possibly nick in a late winner? We wait to see. Judging from the first leg game that we witnessed at Emma Kumeni Papa Fields, the game had late drama when the two teams met at Emma Kumeni. So don't turn off your television set yet, because there's more that is likely to happen here. Highlanders are not done yet. Scotland may look to get a third, and Highlanders may be looking for a second. We wait to see what will pan out.
getting exciting here. Here they come, Highlanders looking to respond here. Marvin Spanda can't find Chuet. Chueta. Ravushi. Crowded. Manenji. Driving forward. Couldn't find time on Machope. 70 minutes played. 2-1. Mapiravira lead. So Scotland has taken the lead. Terence Sukamanja. You scored his second goal of the game in the 69th minute. Scotland is now ahead 2-1. And what a strike. The team is looking confident now. And they're putting pressure on Highlanders. Highlanders have to respond. Todora Intiraya trying to be calm, but he can't afford to.
He can't. I mean, it's heated. These moments are important in the game. Your team is leading 2-1, and you are trying to think of how you can hold on to the win. And Highlanders, of course, will not be giving this game on a platter. They will always want to come at Scotland and get themselves an equalizer, possibly nick in a late winner.
Chance! Oh! Penalty!
Penalty given.
Lawrence Simondi gives a penalty. Highlanders fans ecstatic.
The cross was sent in there. A tap-in was attended tap-in. Yes, I think he was pulled back. He was pulled
God
back.
knows Murira.
Yes.
Not to you.
Yes. God knows he pulled him back. A tap-in there. Look at that shoulder there. Yeah, God knows Murira. I think gave away the penalty. He impeded on Rizin Swanda. Yeah, I think it's a legitimate penalty kick.
Paudak Shata. Paudak Nakita. Pakuda Anechivindi. Pakuda Anokonaku. Rovarakanakisa. 2-1. Yaga Tungamira Scotland. Highlanders yawana mukana wa kutora. Ari Pere Risati. Raperana Vamtuna Pepe wa Lawrence Simondi. Dara Rovarakanakisa na Marvin Spanda. Shikomana Godnoz Mrira. Chapdonza mkomana hapo. Kumudonzera pasi. Good save. Yaya ituana goalkeeper. Vasimondi pakanakisa chose. Wakati bodo. Dari Katsikwe. Wakomana wemazono wanoti pam tomato.
Yeah, la pass bona I penalty kick anywhere abafana be Highlanders Valentine. And the penalty kick esingeke sayiphikisa ngoba uGodnoz Murira udonse uRizin Sibanda. Ihlombe wabuyisa phansi njalo enika abafana be Highlanders ithuba lokuba equalize. Asazi ukuthi izothathwa kanjani li penalty kick. Izongena yini kumbe izovinjwa. Naso I penalty kick ureferee uthena goalkeeper
Sibanda
nini yakho.
Marvin Sibanda na Kelvin Shangiwa. Marvin Sibanda vamtuna pepe kati. Katirira itione. Marvin Sibanda. Lawrence Simondi varikuti mirai pakatarwa. Shiganzina vamtuma pepe handa itione. Shiganzi Marvin Sibanda. Isab chaipo. Parofana ugara mukati. Tomato Zikatsikwa Shikazanava Shimana Pembande Kelvin Shangiwa Marvin Sibanda misses Achipota. Hey Agurarwe. Achipota. Marvin Sibanda.
nengumdawini uMarvin Sibanda ekhutha ichansi ebiniwe bona abafana beHighlanders ukuthi athole equalizer walakela ibhola ngaphandle kazange akhathaze ugoalkeeper unozinti weScotland uKelvin Shangiwa obelibonile ukuthi ibhola liya ngaphi njalo uSibanda walakela ibhola wabedlalisa ithuba labafana beHighlanders ukuthi bathole igoli labo lokulinganisa iScotland.
Mukana uya woenda zvichaita chikumbune kurwadza muhanadze vakomana vemasvola nyama chila moya zvakuda kurema zvakuda kurwadza akupindura apa mukomana Try Ncube akupinza chikomana Melika ya Ncube neicho chikomana Panashe Marvin Sibanda apotsa penalty achibudiswa ari kurwadziwa vari kumunyaradza naErrol Sibanda. Confirmation yemasubstitutions. Marvin Sibanda achibuda naicho chikomana Hubert Ncube pachipinda Panashe Mushonga na Melika ya Ncube. Panashe Mushonga Try Ncube ari kutsvaka kuti wadini kuti vakomana veHighlanders vechela moya vangadzoka here vangadzora mumutambo uyu. Try Sibanda Batashaya ashamisika nezviri kuitika. Tsukamancha atsvaga Tamon Machope achivharwa pano vakomana veHighlanders. Throw in kuvakomana veScotland. Vari kurwadziwa vakufunza kuti asi ndiye anogara chitora mapenalty here. Confirmation yemasubstitution. Marvin Sibanda out, Hubert Ncube out, in comes Panashe Mushonga na Melika ya Ncube. Throw in kuvakomana vemabviravira zvichitungwa nemusoro zvichienda kuna Muthokozo Simseva achirisiya achibudira panze pedyo necorner flag. Throw in kuvakomana veHighlanders. Tonderai Ndiraya asumuka akuti vakomana ngadzirambei takasunga tichidzivirira lead yedu, chengetedza lead. Manenji achikanda rakanakisa paya mu18 ichitungwa nemusoro. Throw in zvakare kuvakomana veScotland richikandirwa Albert Manenji. Albert Manenji achikanda referee 18 area richitungwa nemusoro richiuya kuna Kilsim Mreremba richibudirira panze kufar side uko kwatinoti kuVietnam end. Shindolo achitunga nemusoro.
As things stand now, Valentine, Scotland are on 35 points and Highlanders will remain on 27 points. We also need to account for the fact that Scotland were awarded the 3 points that was as a result of an abandoned match when they played Chicken Inn here at Rufaro Stadium. That game has been decided and Scotland have been given the 3 points on a 3-0 scoreline. So that accounts for the 35 points that Scotland now have.
Goal kick. Masupporters eHighlanders ati bodo vamchina pembe vaugadzirira kupinza vamwe vakomana. Ronald Pupitsai naNathan Mutesa naTapera ndivo vari kugadzirwa kuti vachipinde. Disappointed fans vari kurwadziwa kweba kubaya moyo, chinenge chakubaya moyo chorwadza. Tsuke manje chitorwa nevakomana veHighlanders. Throw in kuVietnam end. Ronald Pumbidzai tiyari kugadzirira kupinda defender. 80 minutes asazidlaliwe lapha eRufaro. Sokusele yona imzuzu elichumi lezangezelelwa nguNompembe. Iyakhokhela ke iScotland 2-1. Iposo yona ke ikithali kapheli. Mkuli Mtumbi Chwethi Yatinga lapana lihle bashaya lihle lapana bethola ithuba umvela khoza shaya lihle lapana lisuke labali lihle kakhulu laphumela phandle. Tapera Michael Tapera uyalunga lapana. Goal kick kubafana beScotland.
Terence being pulled out. The scorer of the 2 goals for Scotland there. That ball held, giving Scotland their first goal from a corner kick that is sent through the near post. Being given a rest this afternoon. He has done his shift and is being replaced by Tapera. Fumbizai also being prepared to come in. Timon Machope calls it a day. He's being rested. So it seems maybe Tondra Diraya wants to consolidate this win. He wants to consolidate. Yes.
Usebi utondera Diraya lapana.
Yes.
Usebia.
Yeah, he's taking out. He took out 2 strikers, and one of the players replacing them is Fumbizai, who is a defender. So yeah, Tondra Diraya acknowledging the threat that is being posed by Highlanders when they go out on the offensive, and he wants to fortify his defense.
Yikalapana. Usebia ke umqeqeshi weqembu leScotland. Utondera Diraya. Tapera engalifikeli lithatha ke abafana beHighlanders bethola ke umfana oseqoke iarmband uBrian Mlotshwa bemthathela laphana uKingsley Mberemba ethola uMichael Tapera ulathubana londoda mele bemnanzelele libuya laphana kuKingsley Mberemba ebatshengisa ukwenziwa kanjani. Eshaka ni shoe shine piano. Etitra what? Highland tifuna igolo. Free kick lapana kubafana beHighlanders. Isikhathi siyahamba. Abafana beHighlanders bakhuthe yona ipenalty. Bekulithuba lokuthi bebisele kube ngujikilo bhanqa. Kodwa badlalisa ithuba libe laphana kumvela khoza shaya lihle laphana ku-18 ethi khona uKevin Shangiwa isiba ithila moya abalandeli bayo. Michael Tapera ethi asambe spode emtshintsha laphana ethola ithuba Shidano ongithokoza Simsebe ube mele iqibe nje kanjana kuhle kuyevalwa.
Vakomana veScotland right now, you can actually tell strategy yavo Valentine yekuti vada kungovhara vongochengeta kumashure bhora rongonzi chu kumberi kuna Tapera anova mukomana anomhanya zvinomwisa mvura anobva ari square bhora ya kuti riwane Muthokozi Msebe achipedzisa but azokanda bhora rikaenda mudenga pamusoro pebha. Highlanders survive in that instance.
Yasila iBhoso, yasila iHighlander, yasila esimnyama yakani Highlanders ngathi khona mina uKevin Shangiwa ngitsho namhla shaya kanye okwesibili hayibo Thokoza Simsebe efika lophana bemvimba lihamba ke lophana kuPrime Mlotsha yena ke usengukapteni bafana beHighlander lihamba kumvelo Khoza bethibilika lophana uchuka tukone center bethasi libeselana emuva Hoko Kiparara ungaphi Belinika la bola kuMontumbi lisiya ezandleni zika-goalkeeper ethinza thothi isikhathi sami nxa ulifuna hosa senkhona Kelvin Shangiwa eligcina laphana 86 minutes 4 minutes leyine zangezelelwa ligcina ngumvele Khoza balithintathinta lophana bethola ke yena uPrime Mlotsha kanye lifikela umvelo sekungena ke uManinja uyalunga uManinja uPrethe Ncube kulamalanga ngazi kungani ehlala ebhentshini ngoba mina uRawushi lo Maninja uPrethe Ncube icombination yabo iqhakathekile njalo ijala ukupha imvelo kubafana beHighlanders
well asaza tingazive Valentine kuti maybe coach anenge ane mafungiro ake zvichienderana nekuti vari kutambana nani nhasi asi pare zvino tiri kuona iye coach try Ncube achiedza kugadzirisa mukomana Nqobile Ndlovu kuti apinde pamwe chete naBrighton Ncube uko Mtasa akamirawo pacheto achida kuti apindewo amene kuti ndana chaburitswa Mtasa ari kugadzirwa kuti naye apindewo ave nechekuita mumutambo wedu wanhasi uri kunakidza semare mutambo handifuni kuti tichamboona mutambo unonakidza sekudayo nhasi uno Valentine pakati peScotland neHighlanders
Brighton Mkhuli ndiye abudiswa pachipinda icho chikomana Nqobile Ndlovu striker pauda upinda Brighton Ncube use sithile phana ngasihambe zonke achibudisa mvelo
mvelo Khoza out
achibudisa mvelo Khoza pachipinda iye Maninja Brighton Ncube akutoka gobora phaya akanda yesema striker yake mkati kwasara iko 2 minutes nedzawedzerana vamchina pembe Nathan Mtasa akupindawo achipiwawo mkana pachibuda iye kapteni wewakomana veScotland Walter Msona eniki ampenti laphana uKevin Moyo ukapteni wabafana beqembu leScotland amafiravira izilwane zenkuku siyakhokhela lapha 2-1 usengenileke laphana uNathan Mtasa bani wayekhona mutla kuhlala iScotland leHighlander umdlalo wathokozisa abanenge wachila labanye umoya Shali phumela phandle laphana throw in nankana ama substitutions akho Nqobile Ndlovu loBrighton Ncube phakathi bephuma laphana ngumvelo Khoza loTalethani Mkhuli bethi hlafuna hlobela go phela kanjani free kick kubafana beHighlanders ebuya laphana uRiwat Musa ukuthi eshayile ite phambili ngoba kathese sebefuna ibhola phambili shalo panelite belifikela abafana be-Highlander belikhiphela phandle beligcina lihlala kutapera shaya elite laphana baligcina abafana be-Highlander bethola ukapteni wabo nguye-ke phela laphana uMelikhaya Ncube nguye ofika wathatha i-ampent laphana ike yakhokhela i-Highlanders kodwa kathesi sokukhokhela ke abafana beScotland laphana kukhanyele ukuthi kungangezelelwa 4 minutes Maninja 3 minutes laphana free kick wafana be-Highlander utry ukuthi asambe phambili uyaphuma laphana uScott Sakuphanya uthi hayi sabe iqibile uyilethemba ukuthi hayi sokwanele kodwa ipheli unompempe ngalitshayanga impempe.
I hope you won't receive a phone call while he's driving away from the stadium that Highlanders have equalized or Scotland has scored a third goal.
Wayenzakala emakhumeni last touch lahlela ngena laphana bathola iwaphoji laphana belishanga ekhanda beligcina abafana be-Highlander likhipha lapha Kingsley Mraremba shaya elite laphana liphumela phandle throw in ku-Highlander Lakmo Mthumbi Melikhaya Ncube uyalifuna laphana yalibiza beshaya elite laphana abafana be-Highlander etine bathi uManinja laphana likhipha belibisela laphana nguLakmo Mthumbi Rinsen Spande bemthathela Kingsley Mraremba ethi khona mina uBrian Mlotshwa liphumela phandle bethola ithuba lokuchitha isikhathi abafana beScotland siyahamba isikhathi 2-1 iyakhokhela iScotland Tugawani yakhokhela iScotland belishala phala ngekhanda shaya elithe lapha uShintolo wathi khona ngale kuyayenza sebelixotsha abafana beScotland abasafuna ukula kuligcina i-Highlander la ithi siyabuya unompempe wathi hayi sokwanele
Sakwana
yakubitwa i-Highlander bayithaya i-Highlander 2-1 Scotland yawina laphana
Yes, I think Valentine, we see Highlanders who have been inconsistent in their past few games, and they've fallen 2-1 to Scotland after having taken an early lead through Matthews Chiweta in the 17th minute, and then Scotland equalizing through Terence Dugamanja in the 21st, and then Terence coming again to hound Highlanders in the 68th minute. So Highlanders have been inconsistent. If you look at their track record, they last won a game last weekend when they beat Greenfields by a solitary goal to nil. Prior to that, they'd drawn with Kwekwe United, and before that, they lost at home to Moors FC. So Highlanders, I think something needs to be done in terms of trying to maintain their consistency. They need to be consistent in terms of their track record. You'd never know which Highlanders is going to show up. But on the other hand, we see Scotland, who is somehow on the mend. Last week they accounted for Ngezi Platinum by 2-1, and today they win by a similar scoreline, beating Highlanders 2-1. And it's all due to Terence Dugamanja, who scored a brace for Scotland. And now we go to the touchline to wait for Valentine, who's going to start talking to the coaches. And over to you, Valentine.
Indeed, big victory for Scotland. Well deserved nonetheless. But your overall assessment of the match, Raya, victory for you. You had to get a late equalizer at Bobberfield Stadium, but today 2 goals to 1 to the good.
Thank you, Valentine. I think it was a tough match. I should admit, but I think our team showed character today. Though I'm not very happy by the way we are going about our business. We concede first, then come back into the game and win the game. It happened again in Ngezi. We went behind, then scored 2 quick goals. Today we went behind and then scored 2 goals again. But of course, with some bit of luck, they missed a penalty. But I'm bemoaning about clean sheets. We haven't kept a clean sheet for quite a while now, and that is a worrying sign for me. We are conceding very soft goals. So I hope we can improve in that area. But apart from that, 3 points is 3 points. I'm happy that the boys fought to the end. Happy for Terence for scoring a double today. And then, of course, the entire team. It was a very good, very impressive team effort. And hopefully we can keep picking points. It was a difficult match, I should admit. Highlanders were very competitive today. But in the end, I think we had to walk away with maximum points. A second win on the trot, which is very good for us in our quest to garner more points going forward.
All right, congratulations, coach, and all the best as well in your title chase. All right, that is Todorine Diraya. They're impressed, not too happy with how they're conceding first, but hopefully we've got Try Ngube, the Highlanders gaffer here, try a hard one to take, particularly with a missed penalty. You could have taken a point away from home here too, but it wasn't to be. Your overall assessment of the whole 90 minutes.
Yeah, we played well. We came here to get maximum points. We're fighting for 3 points, but in the end, we had a chance to get 1, and then we missed that chance. But it happens. It's football. There's nothing that we can do. We soldier on going forward. But otherwise, it was a good performance from the boys. Just unlucky that we got nothing from the game. It's very painful.
And also injury to you, your captain must be worrying as well, Andrew Beba, and also you're missing Mason Mshori as well. That would have been a big miss for you today.
Sure. You know, when Andrew Beba went out, we lacked some leadership onto the pitch. That is even why we started preparing Melika to step in so that we can manage to have some senior players on the field. But having said that, I'm proud of the boys. They tried to fight hard for the badge, but we are disappointed. We wanted to get something from this game, but football.
Tough luck, coach. Football is such, but certainly wish you the best and a safe travel back to the city of Bulawayo.
Thank you.
All right, that is the Highlanders gaffer. Try and move it. They're disappointed. They would have loved to get a maximum 3 points, but unfortunately, they walk away empty-handed. It is Scotland who get the maximum points. I certainly hope you did enjoy this one, and we take you back to the studio for the full-time analysis of what a great match this has been. My name is Valentine Apugu.
Well. So painful for all you Highlander supporters, isn't it? Your team gave it all. But, these things do happen. Malvin Sibanda, he thought he had it right. As we see again the highlights from this very exciting game. One of the most exciting games there. You see the Mavira supporters, they're waving their flags from side to side. And the highlights came. And that was the goal by Nyama. Terence Drukamanja, and the dance is there by Mavira. I'm sure this one was practiced at training. So these things do happen in football. Like I was saying, very, very sorry for Malvin Sibanda. But Mavira lighting the fire with 2 goals from Terence Drukamanja and Coach Stanza and Todorine Diraya. Very pleased. So just a quick wrap up from the 2 experts here. First, let's hear from Ginola William Mtingwa.
I think Highlanders lost it when they lost their influential captain. They lost some leadership, like Try Ngube said. Those aerial balls which he was winning there. You see, when that free kick was floated in, Timon Machope rose highest to know the ball to Terence Tukamanja, who was suspicious offside. I'm sure with VAR he was some inches offside. But if Andrew was still in, I'm sure Timon was not going to win that header. But Highlanders gave their all. Scotland, they fought well. I was also impressed by the performance of match referee when he awarded that penalty to Scotland. Scotland, they wanted to argue here, but with a bit of VAR again, I think God knows Murula should have gone for an early shower, because that was a clear goal scoring opportunity which he denied Highlanders of. And also the penalty, when it was taken, I blame the far side assistant referee. The goalkeeper moved off the line before it was taken.
And well, Chief, Highlanders, yes, they lost, but they came to trying and say that they want to compete, and they did.
No, there was competition, great determination, and both teams, they did very well. I think it's a fair result, and unfortunately they missed a penalty, but it was a good game, all in all. Yeah.
Great game. It definitely was great game. But Mavira Vira up and running again. They are still in third position behind Simba Bora and Moza, but they are gunning for it. So that's how it ended 2-1 to Mavira Vira, and you saw their director, Honorable Scott Sakupkanya, sporting a Highlander scarf. Well, that's just about it. It leaves me to thank the two experts, William Tingwa and Chief Justice Majavi, and well, the many thanks that are very important are for you, because you are always with us and you enjoy it. And keep on enjoying what you're seeing on ZBC TV. From everybody, from the ZBC TV sports crew behind the scenes, fronted by our producers, Bevan Shinurai, Stuart Shoriwa, Tinashe Manyoni, and Gina Gwanzura.